Okay. So, hi, good morning, everyone. How are you doing this morning? Hello? Can you guys respond? I see what Jamoni, see O'Dane. I'm seeing about 17 other people. Hi, good morning. So my name is Cam Douglas, right? And as your teacher said, Ms. Lewis, I am an entrepreneur, right? I am very creative. And so I have my business, it's called Cadre's Designs. So what I do is I'm very good with my hands. We see someone just joined. Hi again, good morning. So I'm very good and creative with my hands. So I started out first by making hats. I made church hats. And then I've expanded now to do graphics designing. So I do posters, I do logos, and I also do printing on t-shirts and masks as well, right? So I am in that creative field. I've been doing this business for a number of years. I think it's about 8 years now. I started in 2014. And so I am growing. My business is, getting wider, more established, and I'm also opening a store about this weekend. So you're in the midst of a transition for me, and I am happy to be here to share with you. So do we have anyone here who is, business minded? Anybody who wants to be an entrepreneur? No response? Okay, what would you like to do? Wow, that's great. That is great. So, can you cook? Do you consider yourself a good cook regarding the restaurant part, or are you learning? Okay, well, that is good. So continue to perfect that, and definitely your dreams will come to a reality, okay? All right, so I've gone through with the introduction. But first and foremost, why do people want to start a business? Is it that we just wake up one day and we just say, I feel like somebody just hit me with a stick overnight and I want to do a business this morning, right? I want to go into the business field. Why do people really want to start a business? Many persons like myself started a business because I have this passion for business, right? I attended the University of the West Indies, and before I even graduated, I knew I wanted to do business. I wanted to become an entrepreneur, right? I started out because, I'm a Christian. I started out to make some little fascinators, right? And persons liked it. And me, they kind of just like the whole selling thing. And it really sparked a great interest in me. And so I ventured into it. I did international relations, and I would have gone into some organization, maybe Ministry of Foreign Affairs, maybe Grace, one of those top-notch companies, right? And be employed there. But even though that sounded so glamorous, I was just pressed in my spirit that I need to do business. You have some of us who, our family members are business owners, right? Whether it's a big establishment or even a little cook shop, right? Or to shop around the corner, or a bar, whatever it is. And so sometimes it's innate within us to want to do business because it runs in our family, it runs in our genes, right? Sometimes people do business because of unemployment, right? We understand the economy, especially now, it's COVID-19, right? And a lot of persons are being laid off. Some persons, their salaries cut, right? And so they're looking different ways to supplement their income. So we understand that, cost of living, it is increasing. And so we have to find ways and means of paying our bills, right? And so a lot of persons do go into business because of unemployment or also to supplement their income. So we hear say, with sister, across the street, she had one hustle on the side, she make some bonnets. I don't know if anybody here is understanding what's going on now with satin bonnets. I do those too, right? So sometimes people do a little thing, back in the days, some of you probably are too young to know what suck is. You have sometimes some people come to the school, come at the, what suck is? Right, when you put the juice. Oh no no. I wanna say man. So I don't know the thing man. I don't know the thing man. Yes, alright. So my apologies. I don't know that young. Oh really? Well, through me in a country, I'm here in St. Thomas speaking to you right now, so I suck we know it as. We put it in a little clear plastic bag, right? And even sometimes during the summer, we make them and we put them in the freezer. So, anytime we're thirsty, our coolings, sometimes we call it coolings, right? We go grab our suck and we're gone. You understand? And sometimes we used to sell at our primary school gate. We sell for $5. Imagine on $5 in time, they had enough money, Alright? So thank you, Giovanni, for your comment. Right? So passion, because of unemployment, or to supplement your income. Right? And sometimes we go into business because of inheritance. Right? Because it's our inheritance. So we know that Bush Stewart has just passed, about a month ago. And you know that his children, his family, Lord God, whosoever he has left his business to in his will be the inheritors of the business, right? Sometimes, mommy, get old and she can't really run the shop anymore, run the restaurant anymore. And so because you were always around and you developed the passion and the light for the business, you take it over. You understand? And you go into business because it is an inheritance, so it's passed down onto you, right? So everybody clear on understanding? You can just raise up the hand, like that. Alright, good. So starting up a business, right? Yes, Jamel, thank you. Starting up a business, it has to take certain steps, just like everything in life. We are go to school, we know so we have to go get with shoes, we have to go get with school uniform, we have to go get with school bag. There are certain things that we have to do to prepare, right? And it is no different from when we are doing a business, right? So first, we have to have an idea. We can't just go up there and stand up on the roadside and say, "I'm selling," and we don't know what we're selling. Right? And we don't have anything to sell. We have to have an idea. What is the business idea? So our dear sister classmate here said she wants to have an hotel, right? She wants to be a hotelier, right? And she wants to own a restaurant. So she has her idea. I had my idea of making hats, right? And that is something to start with. It will help you to control the rest of the steps of the business. So it all stems from the idea, right? So you have the idea. Who is your target market? So your target market now speaks about the people, the group, the subset, the class, right, of people that your product or service will gear towards. So we're talking about suck, right, or coolings, and I don't remember what Giovanni said that it's otherwise called, but we know say suck and coolings. We're gonna go at the bank, go sell it. Where do you think we will go most preferably to sell the suck? You can answer him. Pardon? Repeat that. You can't speak, Jamel. I don't know if it's the internet connection. All right, yes, wonderful. At the school gate. All right, so because you know, say, who would be most interested in suck? Students. You understand? Children, yes, kids, whole picnic. They will be most interested. So they are ready to pay and to spend money for what you are offering. Because remember, the purpose of you going into this business is to make money. And not only to make money, but also offer a service. But there must be a reward. You understand? There must be a reward. The reason you go into business is for whatever reward that it has. You understand? And so you have to know your target market. So for me, church hats was my beginning item that I offered in my business. That's the first item I offered in my business. So I could not say I'm going to go down to the seaside where the fishermen are to sell my hats. Right? Church people, women in particular, are who will purchase my hats. So you have to know who is your target market. So based on whatever item or service that you will provide, right, you will know who your target market is, and it allows for a greater success for your business and for its growth, right? And so you also have to, number 3, you also have to identify where you can source your materials. So that's the next step. So I had to go and do research, right? Some of you don't like do research, want somebody to do the research. But it's our business and it is our responsibility to do the research, right? We have to find out where we're going to get the resources. So sis wants to have a restaurant, right? She has to know where to get her goods. She has to know that she has to go to a Coronation Market and she has to go early Thursday morning because that is when the fresh produce just come, right? And she will get things reasonable and quick. You understand? She can buy in bulk, right? She has to know that she probably have to go down a Bash Cut or down a Eustace Lee downtown to buy up the pot, the pan, the knife, the spoon, the fork, all the utensils that she will need, right? And she knows that she have to go down at the wholesale up at the corner, up round so round at the corner there, up the lane there, in order to get the food box them. Because you can't share the food in your hand and the people, right? So you have to know where your resource comes from. So you have to do your research and you have to find out where these things are least expensive, because you're going to think about the expenses of your business, right? The cost factor that's involved, so you know how much you'll be selling your item or service for. Materials doesn't only necessarily means physical either, right? Because for example, our teacher, Miss Lewis here, she teaches. She uses materials, right? She uses her books, her pens, her pencils, marker, eraser, whatsoever, right? But the main instrument is her. It is her mind, right? So she's providing a service. It's innate, right? So you will find out now, do you have the expertise, do you have the knowledge that is needed to provide this service effectively, right, onto others and to receive that reward? Or do you have to go to school and learn little something, right, and to develop your intellect and your knowledge in the area in order for the business to be successful, right? And finally, you will also, oh no, not the final point, second to last point is you want to know what platform that you will use to attract your customers, right? So this is different from marketing. Marketing is different from this. So when we're talking about the platform, are we starting an online business, or is it necessary for us to go open a store? Right? You have to consider these things, right? So it was fine for me to operate my business as an online store, right? Meaning I operate from Facebook and the different social media platforms. So I started out by posting my items on Facebook to say that, okay, I have these products selling. This is the cost. This is how it look outside, inside, upside down, right? And I was able to reach a wider market of people, right? To really support my business and for income to come in. So for a restaurant now, some persons operate online, right? Some people are very creative, where in which they will take orders, right? And they will do delivery, right? But it all depends on the type of business you want, the scale of the business, because some persons, they start the business and they just go big because they have the resources and the funding and the labor, right? Because you need workers depending on the type of business you have in order for the business to start out big. But some people, like myself, we have started with a one man and we grew from there. So depending on the business, you will then know what is the platform that you have to start out with. You understand, some persons, they have to have a store. It has to open, right? If it's a nail tech, if you're going to start out on your veranda, that is it. And then now you will grow because you want your business to grow, right? You want more money. And so more persons will be attracted to you because sister so-and-so is going to tell her neighbor and they're going to text the person. Now when they put up the picture on Facebook with my beautiful nails, someone says, where you do that? And so the word spread. And so you will have to move from off your veranda and find a store. So based on the idea, based on the target market, it will determine what platform you will start from. And so the big deal now, the big deal is always the source of funding. Some business need capital, meaning it needs some startup money in order for it to begin. For me, I was selling products, I was selling items, so I make and sell, right? And so I had to have something physical to show so they know that I am making this thing.